AskReddit. What's the funniest intrusive thought you've ever had? A few months ago, somewhere on this site, I saw a comment that a person would never eat a cucumber that had been in the same house with a teenage girl. That comes to mind every time I see a cucumber now. How do you think they make pickles? Sitting in church as a bored kid, I always thought I should just stand up, scream, run onto the altar, and do a cartwheel. They couldn't stop me. I'm faster than those priests. If only all children could be faster than those priests. The Urban Dictionary definition for angry shower, where one presses his lips against the walls of the shower and rattles the walls of the house by ripping as loud as he can. Oh, I'm definitely gonna be trying this now. Don't push too hard, it can backfire and harm your bum. Lips. What the f is lips? Several times, at the urinal in my office, I've been randomly overcome with the urge to just scare the out of the dude next to me by just turning my head to stare at them and screaming. Every time it pops into my head, I feel like I'm going to chip a tooth, clenching my jaw to avoid laughing out loud. Laughing out loud while holding your penis and muttering that guy would probably scare them more. I stared at an old man and whispered, "You smell nice," at a Disneyland urinal once when I was 17, just to make my idiot friends laugh. So I guess that's sorta similar. I know a guy whose nickname is Jazzles. One night I certainly had the thought that if he was a pornster, his name would be Jizzles. Should aliens study the earth, they would eventually find out porn websites. They'd most probably think that we are obsessed with procreation and we are putting a lot of competing video tutorials on the internet trying to figure out the right way to conceive a child. At that point they should be confused by the thought that the species that sends probes to neighbor planets can't figure out such a simple thing. Whenever I see something really hot like a grill, I just want to put my hand on it and think, how bad could it be just for a second? Probably not as bad as the long-term consequences of placing your hand on a hot grill unexpectedly. My brain keeps telling me to put my irritated cat on top of my sleeping husband and lock them together with a quilt. Think about it a lot. This seems like correct use of both items. There was a very large woman in a restaurant I was in one day. I thought to myself, if I jump on her stomach, will I sink or will I bounce? Danny DeVito parody of Danny DeVito. I work for a pretty big law firm with multiple locations. I'm a receptionist and I have also only been working here for about 3 months, so I'm relatively low on the totem pole. I recently got a very strong urge to send an email to all the partners saying, "My name Jeff. Don't let your dreams be dreams." I stopped at a station a few months ago. There was a woman walking towards the train wearing a pair of camouflage leggings. I wasn't sure if I could see a camel toe. At that moment I made eye contact with the woman and immediately thought camo toe. It was at that moment I started laughing. In middle school, a dude in the administration, not sure what the US equivalent would be, not quite a principal or dean, but above teachers, had the baldest, shiniest head you've ever seen. He got me and my mom in his office to scold me for getting into a fight, and I kept staring at his head and imagining he was an egg. A big shiny pink egg. Things got out of hands when the dude crossed his fingers and rested his hands on top of his head, highlighting his baldness. I just couldn't hold it back anymore and started laughing hysterically. The dude kept trying to talk seriously, like, "Ma'am, this is a very grave matter," and I just kept wheezing in laughter. My mother caught on and, aided by my contagious laugh, started laughing hysterically too. That poor guy was totally confused, with his intertwined hands still resting on his egg head, trying to keep a straight face in front of two hyenas. After a while, he just said, "Please, just get out of my office." I was never punished in any way for the fight, and I got my life's heartiest laugh instead of the intended kicking. A tree in the hand is worth 2 bushes in the bird. I hate to do this to y'all, because now you are going to have this same intrusive thought. In college, whenever I went to a certain store, a housemate would ask me to get extra plastic bags. One day, I finally asked him why he only wanted bags only from that store. Apparently, he would use them to masturbate. He would put them in a paper towel roll and the roll. He'd apparently been doing it his whole life and there were only particular bags that would work. They had to be strong enough but soft and pliable and not crinkly. They had to have no printing on them. Apparently, this store's bags were the most fuckable. Now, every time I get a plastic bag I can't help but think how fuckable is this plastic bag? And now, I can virtually guarantee, the next time you get handed a plastic bag you will think the same. Somehow a friend and I got on the subject of fucking a watermelon. I asked would it be better or worse to draw a face on the watermelon. His response, well, that depends on if you're fucking the watermelon in its drawn on mouth, because it would be weird to fuck a watermelon in the forehead. I chuckle every time I visualize someone fucking a watermelon in the forehead. Thanks, Marshall. Harvesting farts. It's a thing. There's even an Instructable for it. Not myself but my ex-girlfriend once spontaneously stopped sex midway to tell me that she had decided to remake the official Despacito music video in a 5-star hotel. We cracked up so much we almost forgot to finish what we were doing. Was outside, drinking some coffee and smoking a cigarette when I saw an attractive girl getting into her car. The recognition of her attractiveness hit me at the same time as the urge to move my bowels, and I thought I'd totally take a on her. I'm not, and have never been, into that kind of thing. It's just that the wires just got momentarily crossed, I guess. I always sleep naked because of the hot climate where I live. One day my wife and were talking in bed and I slowly start to fall asleep. Suddenly I felt her hands caressing my crotch and thought yipe, fun times. As I opened my eyes and start moving to her I heard her saying with eyes closed Poochie, Poochie, Poochie. Poochie was sleeping by her feet. In her half asleep state she thought my crotch was our Yorkshire Terrier that always laid between us when it's too cold. For months she can't call our dog without me getting excited, and every time she touched me I thought Poochie, 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 and strangled a laugh. And, yes, I trimmed down there next day. Earlier this morning the first thought I had was are kosher pickles ritually slaughtered? Saw a lady in a wheelchair waiting for a ride and thought she would be a meal on wheels for a zombie if there was a apocalypse. Bonus meme of the day. Pilot drops huge load on Japanese cutie. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel, and also hit that bell button to receive notifications for the bestest videos.